I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey everybody!
Hey!
What's up? Welcome to AfterBuzz. We will be discussing To Catch a Beautician, a new show starring Johnny Wright and Tamar Braxton. This show is new to VH1, it's new to AfterBuzz, and I got my amazing co-hosts here. We're ready to talk about it. We have Eric over here. How you doing today, Eric? Nice to finally meet you.
I'm good. I had to make sure I wrap the edges up because, presentation, especially to be in theme with the show.
That's on point. And then we have my good friend Chellz, who is related to hair and beauty.
Hello. I had to make sure my edges were slicked down. Episode 2, she ain't got no edges, but I have edges, so I have to make it clear.
Period.
I love it. So it seems like everybody came ready with their edges today. We got a lot to talk about, including edges, having edges and not having edges. And we'll just go ahead and get into it. So this is a new show, as I said, and we have Johnny Wright, who does hair for Kerry Washington, specifically for what's the name of the show? I'm thinking the show that he was on. Mr. President. Anyway, and so
Scandal.
With that, he is with Tamar and they're going around finding people. Scandal. I can't think of the name. I'm like Mr. President.
And he does Michelle.
So they're going
Obama's
around and they're
too.
trying to add Michelle. So it's so funny because she said he's been in the White House for 7 years. I thought that was a nice little spin in saying that. So they're going around, as I said, and with that, they're finding people who have had hair disasters. They've had their hair done, and they're basically able to confront the people that messed up their hair. And in this first episode, we meet somebody named Taylor Coco. Now, I was like, Taylor Coco, she comes out, she gives us a story. I just want to hear what's your individual thoughts on Taylor at a first glance, because I don't know, things get shifty with her, but we'll start with you, Chelle. What do you think about Taylor Coco?
You know what? When she came in extra, like, I'm a sexy yoga instructor. When she came in with that energy, I was already like, I knew she was gonna be a mess. She did give me like one of those clients that was like very needy. I just already got that from her before I fully heard her story. But I was willing to listen to it because I'm like, okay, what happened to her? And when I seen that wig with that hat, I said it's about to be a mess.
Well, I was like, Miss Mama's got body.
Right.
Period.
What you think?
She came in looking good. I was like, all right, and I didn't have it pegged. I didn't have her pegged like Chellz did. I'm like, okay, cool. She's trying to do her whole Zumba thing, but it got halted. Someone's trying to stop the bag because the sewing wasn't installed properly. So I felt for her. I was on her side like 100%.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I was on her side. I was like, oh my God, like this is terrible that this is happening to her. But we'll get into more to her later because I was team Taylor. What's her name? Taylor Coco?
Taylor Coco. Don't forget the Coco.
Please. Right, don't forget the Coco. I was team Taylor Coco in the beginning. So yeah, I was here for her. Like I felt really bad.
Okay. So good. I was in between between y'all two. Like I felt bad, but listening to her story, she seemed a little like extra, like maybe she would have something to do with it. But later on, after they take off her, her do-rag or her little, what was the thing called? Her scarf. They show her hair and she's showing how she has blisters, right? So we're like, okay, we feel kind of bad. Like, oh, that looks kind of painful. I don't know hair, but I know what braids and I know a little bit about some things. Like I've had a lace front on my head. But we find out that she has something to do with it. So they take her to the back and they bring in what's her name? Her name is Keesha. And Keesha comes in and Keesha just like, first of all, Keesha came in and she was giving me like kind of standoffish. I was kind of giving like, when I saw Keesha, I was more team Taylor Coco because I was like,
me too.
I don't care. So what y'all think about Keesha and just how her whole presentation and just give me your thoughts on
I felt like Keesha came in with her guard up. Now, allegedly, it was like, oh, Keesha thinks she's coming to work with Johnny. I said, nah, Keesha looked like she knew what was up. Keesha came in with her guard up. She was like, yeah, I do hair. Like, okay, I've been doing it. He was like, oh, what do you specialize in? Weaves? Like, this was like,
very much so.
This was like, why am I here? Like, what? Like, I'm not here to jig his up. Like, y'all not about to lie to me. And then when he revealed, like, oh, do you know this client? She was like, like, yeah, she's special. And I was like, they don't get along. Like, I could already tell from her that her guard was up. But after a while, Keesha was kind of becoming more open, which I appreciated. The more things started to become revealed. Because, like, in the beginning, like you said, when she revealed her hair, Tamar extra self was like, you got a hole in your head. Like, oh, she got a hole on top of your head. She's so extra. I love Tamar. But yeah, at first I wasn't here for Keesha, but then after a while I was like, okay, because Keesha came in because she knew what was up. That's why. Keesha couldn't get it over on Keesha.
Right. Absolutely. No, Keesha thought her last name was Cole because she was just like, I just want it to be over. And I'm like, Keesha, this attitude is really rough. Like, that's not how you pop up on the scene. But I understood, like, I felt like maybe she knows her clientele. Maybe she gets the girls that kind of like to cut up, like to do their own installs, like to tell you how their hair needs to be done correctly. And she probably had a client like that before she popped up in the salon. But it was easy to take Taylor's side because I'm like, yeah, Keesha is rude. Like, as a hairstylist, I'm pretty sure she damaged her hair and did not care about it.
Because remember she said, she was like, I don't know if she's having a bad day, but I came in and she was yanking me. She was just pulling and pulling everything tight. So that's why I already was like, oh, when Keesha, hearing that and seeing Keesha, no shade, Keesha, you look kind of like a bully. You look like a little bully to me, but she came in, she said yanking. I seen her. I said, oh, it makes sense. I said, oh, okay, yes. This is what I expected Keesha to look like.
So her attitude, definitely showed, like, I was seeing her come out, it made me feel more really like a Daily Johnny out to talk about, to talk to the person, the beautician, and put Tamar in the back because it looks like she's like asking the questions. You see her like on the microphone, she's like, ask this. So after she asked the final question, I think Keesha says that, well, the girl was adding glue to her head. And Taylor's like, I didn't add any glue. So then they run out. I love how Tamar runs out first. And it's just like, what's going on? And Keisha's face is just like, oh, hell. Like, you can tell that she's like over it. They finally start talking, and it's revealed that not only did she go back to the girl after this, which is one thing, but she also had been adding glue and stuff to her head. So now Tamar and Johnny looking at her like, girl, like, you can't be doing that.
Right.
So now that is revealed that she had a part, what you think about that?
First of all, I love the run out confrontation because I'm here for mess. So I was ready for the mess because every time she ran out, I said,
it's you.
This is not a personal after show, okay?
Right.
I'm here for mess. In case you guys don't know, me and Courtez are friends. So anyway, I love it. I was like, okay, yes, this is the mess. This is the mess I've been waiting for. So she come out and she revealed to her. But like you said, it hit like a 180 because they was like, wait a minute, like, what you mean you went back to her? She's like, yeah, and Keesha was here for it because she was like, no, you came back to me 2 weeks later. What did you talk about? And that's when everybody's heads was spinning. So it's like, girl, how you gonna complain? And you went back to the lady 2 weeks later. Like, you withheld that information. You were omitting. Now you got Tamar and Mr. Johnny looking crazy.
Right.
Eric?
As if it wasn't gonna come out. Like,
right. I hop right on Keisha's side because I'm just like, well, I see why you have a problem with Taylor. She plays games, clearly. Like, how you going to sit there and omit certain information? Got me looking crazy and them questioning my credibility as a stylist. And you sitting here, like, don't do this to me on TV. And don't bring me in here talking about this is an interview with Johnny. Like, everybody playing, let's fight. That's what I got from the whole moment. Like, let's just fight.
I didn't hear them say that this was an interview with Johnny until the next episode we'll talk about. I was wondering, like, how did they get her in there? I missed that part on the first episode. But on the second episode, which we'll talk about, I was like, oh, well, this is like they playing. Like, they are playing. This is like a whole ish show.
Right.
So I agree.
It's basically an ambush, you know what I'm saying?
It is an ambush. I'm so many.
Like, I just could imagine, like, if this was for guys and it's like, you got to confront your barber. Like that is just so crazy to me to be like, my hairline, take off your hat.
You cut too much of my beard off. It will be a whole. I mean, and they should have extended to both. I would have liked to see both. Now that you mentioned it, like to see both, like all those that are in what do you call it? Like, what do you call that?
Cosmetology.
Cosmetology, yeah. Like all of those in cosmetology would have been great to see that, but maybe they have us a spin-off show. I don't know.
Yeah, I want to hear a man say, people calling me Tory Lanez when I walk down the street. Like, I want it to be a thing. I want a moment.
I mean, they give us moments with the confrontation because the way Tamar run out, she's so extra. Between Taylor face and then Keesha face and then Johnny with his educational stance, just like looking like, whoa, what's up? Somebody tell me. And coming to find out she was adding glue. Like, girl.
So after that, of course, they have the confrontation. They've kind of come to just like not necessarily more of an understanding as to what happened. Like they both play parts in it in a sense. More so Taylor at this point. And this is like my favorite part of the whole show is that when they kind of educate the beautician and kind of show them, you know, like I think that's like the best part because I don't know hair. In my head, I'm like the best beautician, but like I like that he sits down with them and like walks through the steps, not only of what they have messed up on, their imperfections, but also on what they could like just work on in general. I like that perfect part. So obviously with this happening, Taylor is getting her hair done, and I didn't know it was Taylor at first until I realized that she had to put a towel on her face. And I'm like, this girl is extra. I can see, I'm at point I'm 100% Keesha. So now with this education, what are your thoughts on this, Eric?
I'm glad to see that Keesha was receptive to learning because it kind of like, I don't want this to tarnish her brand outside of this show. And it's like, okay, you get rough with your clients when you have a bad day. You're not open to more education. So in all actuality, while this may be like 20 to 30 minutes of your life, this is actually your whole career that you're about to flush down the toilet. So I was glad to see that she was willing. And it was kind of funny because I feel like I know Keesha. Like, I feel like I know Keesha because it was like, why she have a scarf on her face? Girl, she just got to do that. That's just her thing. Just leave her alone. She's like, is this okay? Am I hurting you? And it's like, I want to tug it, but I'm not going to tug it. Like, I enjoyed it.
I agree. Ted, the education part is probably my favorite part of the show because I was thinking like people at home probably can learn how to do things as well. Like if you had any questions or other beauticians watching, could learn, probably how to even hone your craft. So I thought that part was great because it was like, what would the show be if you just confront and you don't educate? It's like, okay, this is just a mess. Like you just confront and then that's it, they go home. So the education part is really cool to me. And then with her covering her face and being so extra, but she also mentioned, she said she liked to get up and go to the bathroom a lot.
Right.
She can't sit still. So the whole towel on the face to me was just revealing the fact that, yes, it is Taylor. Like, I felt like Keesha redeemed herself because based on Taylor going back, gluing her hair, towel on the face, I said, Taylor is somebody I would want out of my chair very fast. Like, get this lady out of here. Yes. And then she said, did she say I'm used to doing this in private? So then you want private service? Yeah.
She thinks she's a lot more than who she is. In my head, I like her body because she's a pretty girl in a sense. But I just think she was just a whole lot. And it was every segment, it was showing more of it. Like, she was just a whole lot. Especially by the ending. I heard Taylor at first, but later on they said Coco. I said, okay, Taylor Coco.
I'm a sexy yoga instructor, and I have to be sexy. So I can't be sexy if I don't get
annoying.
Sexy.
Right.
Okay, girl, we get it. You a sexy yoga instructor. Zumba, or was it Zumba?
Zumba. It was Zumba.
Oh, I'm sorry, girl. You a sexy Zumba instructor. Sorry, Coco.
It's just a little more up-tempo. Same thing.
Yeah,
right.
It is.
So after she gets the education on how to do it, she does her hair over. She comes out and her hair looks good. I don't even think that the hair she had even looked close to that. Honestly, I feel like Johnny did that hair because that hair, I don't know if it was the type of hair, but that was some good hair. It was moving. That looked nothing like what she had in her hair. So if that was a redemption, I don't know. VH1 got to convince me otherwise. What y'all think about the reveal of the new hair that Keesha did on Coco, Miss Coco?
Go ahead, Eric.
She had healthy bundles. We love to see it. It looked all moisturized.
Very healthy.
She did the hair turn and it moved after. I was like, oh, is there some rhythm in this? So it was good. But like you, I was like, did Johnny do this? Because like we saw how her weave or her install looked originally. It was like shifted, there was damage. And I'm like, you not telling me that you did this in one sitting. You not. I just know. No. The jig is up, Keesha.
No, I agree. I feel like as a participant of the show, and I could be wrong, but I feel like as a participant, you come and get the education, but the benefit for me coming on there is Johnny doing my hair. That's how I would feel. Like, okay, if I'm going to come on this show and display how my hair was jacked up, somebody professional than who I came to should be doing my hair. So if Johnny doing the hair is a benefit, then I truly I'm here for it. And that's what I think happened, like you said, because you know, it came out, it was very luxurious and didn't even look the same type of hair. I said, I don't know if Keesha did that. Like, Keesha, you good, but girl, this was like, it looked like it had like a Johnny touch on it. Looked very professional. And based on the pictures that Keesha was, let me go back to that. Them pictures that they be having on them iPads, I'll be like,
the pictures be looking real bad.
Yes, yes. I'm like, that install is crunchy. Why is that a point of reference? And and Johnny be gassing him talking about, it's good. That looks really nice. No, it's not.
Okay.
Oh,
no,
Johnny be gassing. I can't wait to talk about episode 2 because Johnny be gassing. Oh, I can't wait.
He be showing them. He be like, so what is this? This is a pressing curl. Okay, I love it. Okay, and this one? Yeah, that's my cousin. My cousin was going to prom. So yeah, I did my cousin curl.
So Taylor gets her hair done. And also, I mean, Keesha had her hair. She had a different little sew in herself. Is there any last comments about episode 1? Because episode 2 is really like my favorite of the two. So I guess we can go ahead and leave Miss Taylor Coco and them alone. Moving into episode 2. And this episode is called She Ain't Got No Edges Either. And this is Cherie versus Adele. Now, Cherie, I before the episode aired, I had saw some buzz about it, but she was from Family Matters, I believe. And is it Maxine? Was her name?
She Family Matters and Punky Brewster. Punky Brewster
is what
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I remember Family Matters. I don't know Punky Brewster, but she did mention it in the show. And her story is that she got her hair done on set. You know, she didn't know the beautician, so this was not a personal beautician like Taylor and any other person that people have. And she basically got her hair done, and her hair fell out. And she felt like her hair was missing, and now she's lost herself. This whole dramatic story. Cherie, you know, I was just like, Cherie, girl, like, what? You lost your hair? Like, I mean, I'm bald, and I feel like I'm better than ever. So it's just like, I mean, I don't know. I can't speak to her story, but that's what she sold. It sold it to them and got on the show. What do y'all think about Cherie and her story and her hair falling out and everything, all the dramatics that was happening in the episode?
Listen, this episode was so dramatic to me. Like, I wanted to feel bad, but it was hard because I was like, oh, girl, I had 26 inches of hair and it went up to here. The girl, she acted like the girl stole from her, like stole that from me. Like, now I don't know if I could get roles. Like, I was just like, okay. I felt bad for her, but I feel her. Like, you know, I'm bald headed, so I ain't never really had long hair, so I can't really say how mad I would be because I would have cut my hair anyway. But Cherie was different, you know. She was a very cute lady from the TV back in the day. She was different though, and you know, it was a sad story because that's what it was supposed to be.
Right.
Eric, what's your thoughts?
It gave very America's Next Top Model makeover when Tyra ruined them girls and then sent them home. It gave very that. So
it will always be the ones that he would cut their hair off.
Yeah, and then send them back to like Nebraska, 2-person Nebraska, like, girl. So that's what it was given for me. And then on top of it, I mean, I felt nostalgia seeing her on the screen because I had grew up watching her on TV, but it just wasn't that deep. When she was like, I'm not getting no roles, I'm like, well, are you practicing the monologues? Well, what's happening? I don't think
Stop
that.
Stop it.
What? Okay. Like, I just, and then they kept showing that one picture with the side curls. I was like, we gonna milk this
They
moment.
kept showing that. I was like, these little waterfall curls. Like, what is this? Is supposed to be like the great example of what I was just like, Cherie girl, like. It was because this ain't even the good part. This wasn't even the part that had me hollering. Let's just move on. So Cherie's stylist that that had to do her hair on set was Adele. Now Adele is this, I don't know how old she is, but she was given a close 49 and she had eyeshadow and she didn't have no edges. So Adele comes in, she thinks she's about to get, this is when I found out that she thought she was about to get a job with Johnny. So you can tell, like, she was just like, oh, like excited. And Johnny was like, I like your hair. And I'm finding this funny because I was watching this with my boyfriend and he said her hair was a mess. And then right after he said that, Johnny says, I like your hair. I'm like, this is a whole mess. So Adele, what did you think about Adele, her eyeshadow, her hair, her spiel? Because in her spiel, she basically reveals that she knew that the hair came out and that she had faulty curly irons. So start with you, Eric. What's your thoughts?
She's a woman of a certain age, and I respect that. Like, I'm not going to talk about that. But she did come, and presentation is key. It was it was a little podunk. It was a little podunk. I was like, okay, well, that's not what I would do for this interview, especially being a beautician. But, you know, this isn't me on camera. And then she sat there and Johnny was like, oh, I've been doing hair for 30 years. And then she responded, me too. And I'm like, this is not what I need right now. I felt like Adele had a really sweet spirit and she wanted to do well. But I'm just like, Adele is in over her head. Like, you got to know, like the same way Keesha knew that this wasn't no interview, I'm going to need Adele to know that this ain't no interview.
But I love the light read. He said, so do you ever use curling irons? No. He said, so you only use flat irons? Yes. She's like, I only use flat irons. Then he was like, what do you specialize in? Healthy hair, making sure the hair remains
Everything
healthy.
was so short. It was so short. Everything was just like, opposite
of what happened. She burned her hair with the curling iron.
Yeah.
She said she don't use curling irons. Then she said she specializes in keeping the hair healthy. And she burnt the girl hair out. And then she said that the curling iron was faulty.
Right. Blame it on the manufacturer.
That's a liability. Now, you've been doing hair 60 plus years. You know what a liability that is. I felt like they were kind of going easy on
that ain't what she said. What she said was... No, go ahead. My bad. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. What she say? I want to be clear.
I would have said what she said. She said that the curling irons, she said sometimes her products aren't what was the word she used? It was like they were old as faulty. First she said something because she was kind of beating around the bush. Instead of saying my curling irons are bad, she was just like, sometimes, I was trying to stretch it a little longer. And basically it turns out she's apparently not getting bookings. She's not making a lot of money. That's what she was trying to say as her story. And she knew. So with this happening, of course, Tamar, aka Chellz, come running out with our girl Cherie. And what's her name is looking like, what? She's like, what the? You can tell she was gagged. She really thought she was coming for an interview with Johnny.
This was her moment. This was Victoria Monet. This was her moment.
She knew that she was about to start doing some celebrity hair. It wasn't gonna be Michelle, but she knew that she was going to start doing some celebrity hair. And she's gagged. So now they're facing each other and they're, basically she's saying that she knew. And one thing I can appreciate about this conversation was one about how the hair burned. I felt like I was being educated even before the educated section, because he was saying, like, did you not see the marks? And she was like, yeah, but I didn't know it was going to fall out or something, she said. It was just like, I appreciate it because she's smart, she's knowledgeable, but she just messed up. And I don't think she knew what to do. So what do y'all think about now this reveal and they confront each other?
Child, the confrontation, you know what? I think the girl Cherie was trying to audition and get new roles because, baby, when she came out with that full half cry, you ruined me. Not a tear drop.
And that was the face. You ruined
it. It was my hair. It was more than what you got. 10 years of me growing my hair. And you took that from me. I was like...
And they played the picture. They showed the picture with the side curl.
The curl. They was like right here.
And then, you know, the beautician was sitting there like Rashida and K. Michelle, like,
And very
Cherie
much
was
so.
like, you did those things to me. That's what Cherie was giving. You did those things.
It was giving that. You burned my hair.
And she was like, and then Tamar was just like looking around. It was a mess. I was here for the mess though, and I was here for that scene because she really thought that she was gonna get away with burning this lady hair. Like she really thought
of course.
She was convinced that she really didn't know what was going on.
That was gone. That was a bygone. It would never come back up.
Right.
But because I was here for that moment.
Yeah, because Cherie didn't pick her. She said it. She's like, you know how it is. Sometimes when you on set, you don't have say as to who's the one doing you up. So at that point, I'm like, damn, Adele, you wasn't even nobody's selection. They just gave you this, and then you came to the scene and ruined it. And then like, I don't know. I agree with Chellz when she was like, Cherie came in trying to get another Punky Brewster moment, talking about some you ruined me. I'm like, let's not give Adele so much credit because honestly, I mean, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. I just felt like Cherie was really trying to establish a moment here, and everyone kind of just played their parts. Tamar was there to bring it up. Johnny was like over there somewhere filing taxes. Adele could care less what was going on. Like it was
a mess.
It was. So even if with that being a mess, more mess happened. The education portion for this was so funny because it's revealed that she doesn't even know what a clip-in is. Now, I don't do hair, and I know what clip-in is. The way when he showed her how to put that clip in it, it's like, oh my God, really? Like, I was like, all right, Adele, you a little looking at you like, girl, you know the code. They start doing the hair. Like, are y'all still changing y'all opinion on Adele now? Or like, what do y'all, this lady, Adele just, I heard for a second. In this moment, like, what do y'all think about her as a beautician? Because it's questionable.
There are a lot of beauticians that I have seen other, like, okay, for example, like when I go to a salon and I go to my hair girl who's probably like 29, 30, whatever. It's always that older lady who does not update herself on the now and what's going on. And that is what Adele gives me. Stuck in her ways, very press and curl, very, I can come to you for a weave, I can come to you for a curl, a ponytail, but you're not stepping out of your comfort zone. That's what Adele gives me. Like 16 years ago, what was that, like 90 something or whatever? Like that is a time frame that she is 100% stuck in. She is not trying to come up. So I'm really happy that she was educated because it seems like she really honestly needs it.
Yeah. I don't know, like, because I've always grown up with women, and then in college I was staying with some girls too. So they knew how to do clip-ins, and I thought it was real standard. So when Adele was struggling, I'm like, well, girl, your career is rolling in the deep for real, because this is basic knowledge, and you're not showing up. So it was embarrassing. But then I also felt that she felt the pressure of it all, like being in front of the cameras, being in front of Johnny, trying to redeem yourself to a Hollywood starlet. Like, that's a lot of pressure for her too. And I felt bad for her because I'm like, damn, she's cooking under the pressure, but she turned it in.
When she was clipping it and Cherie's head was tugging, Cherie was like,
you saw it. Yeah. It's like, here we go again, Johnny, like, get ready.
She was shook.
Like, Adele. I was like, Adele, you cannot, this is redemption. Like, you cannot like pull or tug. Like, you can't do that. Like, as a woman, as me, being under somebody's hands, like, I am not trying to be the test dummy. Like, sis, I'm giving you a second chance, and you're already pulling out my hair again. Like, I would have been ready to get up, honestly. Like, okay, no, cut the cameras. I would have been very dramatic. Like, take this mic off of me. Like, I'm done.
Right.
VH1, I'm done.
I didn't know what that clip-in was supposed to be. At first, I thought it was like Felicia from Friday. Because I was like, well, what are we going to do with this?
I was looking at it too. I was
like, that's what you want?
The whole clip-in just took me out. I was just like, clip-in? Why? I didn't feel like that was the best way to educate her, because her thing was that she burned the hair. So it should have been something to where she was learning how to redeem herself.
Cherie said she didn't want heat on her hair.
Oh,
right.
Well, that makes sense.
Right.
I've heard that before from other girls. Like, that makes sense. So okay. So Cherie, she gets her redo, her new hairdo, and I was surprised at the hairstyle, but the hairstyle looked good. She came out with this Diana Ross moment, and it was big. It wasn't long and curly, the hairstyle that Eric likes. But it was really nice, and she was like glowing. I liked it. Like, it was good. It was nice on her, and she looked young and less of a Handmaid's Tale to me. So she did. So now she has this makeover. Adele is happy with the work. I don't know if she did that either. But what I think about the new hairdo, was it nice? Was it cute?
Listen, she came out that room. Adele was like, "Hello from the other side, honey." She was like, Adele was ready. Adele was like looking like it almost to me. Adele looked like she was almost in disbelief. Like,
yeah,
damn, I did good. Like, okay. She looked great, like you said. She looked great. She looked amazing. I loved it. I love big hair. I thought it was great redemption. But let me go back to this part that gave me the key. When she was in that chair, she was like, "Oh, well, if you ever need any hair on set, your hair done on set," she was like, "I'll do it pro bono if you need anything." I want to be like, "Girl, she is never gonna call you."
You was already on set. You was already on set. You think,
right?
And I hope that she gets some client. I hope that this helps her, because I really felt her story. Like, I don't know if I 100% believe it, but I really believe that she may have found it a little hard to get work, and so she may have been struggling a little bit to do what she had to do. That's why she had to keep using those same flat iron, the curling iron she was using. So I don't know. I felt more for Adele at the end. Of course, they did too. They got her. They got those flat. They got her some flat irons and curling irons, stuff like that, and they were all new. So,
right. No excuses.
It was a great Oprah moment, a great closing thing. It was for her. Like, it really showed that this girl Cherie gets her redemption with her hairstyle. She looks good. She found her confidence back, and then now you have a black artist, and she can hopefully continue with her career, because these were the things she said she felt were holding her back. So, great ending. Any final thoughts on the ending of the show before we move into our special segment?
One thing, and I forgot to mention it, it's a petty detail, but it's a detail. When she made that reveal and came out with that borderline kitten heel, the olive green wedge.
Oh, when she put one leg out?
That ain't it. That's not how you burst it back into Hollywood. That's how you stepping back into Hollywood?
Yeah.
Girl, no.
In Hollywood, I don't know.
It did give block heel. It gave me very shoe dazzle, very
it gave summer, like a summer spring heel. So that's okay. I don't know when this was filmed, but it was very, they said shoe dazzle, not just this is not a heel show.
Okay, fine.
Sorry.
But she heard us.
Okay, so any other final comments before we move into special segment?
I would like to say this. I actually enjoyed the show. I love that it's clear and concise. It doesn't drag at all. I feel like I love Tamar. She adds like a great comedic effect to the whole show because she's so animated. It's probably one of my favorite parts. That's really mostly the reason why I'm watching the show, is because of Tamar and just because I'm into cosmetology and things like that. But overall, I think the show is good. I really enjoy it because it's, like I said, it's very concise and clear. It's not like, dang, they dragging this little story long. It's like boom, boom, boom. And I'm glad to see people are able to redeem themselves and we're able to see like a big reveal after. Because without the reveal, it's kind of like, what are we really doing? Like, what are we really watching for,
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. I agree. I think Tamar has great presence. I mean, we've seen her on TV before, so to see her now in her element, I don't really know what's not her element. I think a camera is her element, but Tamar is she's so much fun. And I like that Johnny isn't like a, they match each other's energy. Like, it just makes sense for them two to be together.
It's a good balance.
Tamar is a Pisces, and I'm a Pisces. I want to put that out there. So, Tamar, my birthday's the 10th, hers is the 17th of March. So it just makes sense.
The connection.
Oh, Pisces Nation. Is that what it is? Okay, so we will move into our special segment by Eric. Eric, take it away.
I'm so excited. Okay, so our special segment is going to be called Moments in Hairstory. So I think this will be fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys clues that will either symbolize an iconic hair moment or an artist that has like revolutionized the hair scene in some way, shape, or form. So let me give you the first one so that way you guys get an idea and you just guess who I'm talking about or what I'm talking about. So my first one, I had my own salon in the movie Beauty Shop.
Queen Latifah?
Yeah, I was Queen Latifah.
That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
I like that. I like this.
Number 2, I had my own show in the 90s and I was the face of braids. I even had my own Barbie doll.
Brandy.
Oh, Brandy.
Janet Jackson.
Well, I was thinking of Poetic Justice, you know. My bad. I was like,
it's cool. You warming up. We warming up.
I forgot about that. But I thought of, yeah.
I said this iconic line in one of my songs. Pink wig, thick, give 'em whiplash.
Nicki Minaj.
There you go, Courtez.
Yeah.
You got one.
You got one. You on the board. My next one. I was one of the first men to popularize blonde hair in the early 2000s. I even had it in my thong song video.
Dennis Rodman.
Cisco.
Girl, what?
Oh, Cisco.
Fake show.
Well, Dennis Rodman was he had it too. Let me
Eric said I even had it in one of my videos, which made me think of Cisco thong song.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I should have waited to answer.
It's okay.
This game is fun.
I'm not taking you on Family Feud, Courtez. You gonna be like, Brad.
Steve gonna be like, what? Aside from playing alongside Michael Jordan, I have had some of the most iconic hair moments of any athlete.
Now, Tez, you just said it.
Oh, Dennis Rodman? Oh.
Yeah. This was your moment, Adele. This was your moment.
Listen, I am Cherie, okay?
Drama. That was your moment.
Fun.
And that was all for moments in hair story.
Next week, I'm gonna look up some hair and I'm gonna make sure I get that right. That was fun, though. I like that.
Thank you.
Dennis Rodman again. Okay, and then we have news from Chellz.
So I don't have much news today, just that Tamar has a new single that she has now available on all streaming platforms. I heard it. I actually love it. So you can go to her page on Instagram, click the link in her bio, and it will take you right to it. I'm glad she's back singing because, listen, Love and War, that was my jam. So she is finally making herself back into the studio where she needs to be, singing with that throat. So you guys can check it out.
Love to see it.
Sing with that throat. Well, other than that, thank you for the news and gossip. Thank you for the special segment, Eric. If nothing else, are there any final thoughts for this episode of the show? We have, plenty more to go. It was a great premiere. It caught my attention even when they announced it last month or 2 months ago. And I'm excited to see how this gets, because I know after seeing Adele, we're going to get a lot more Adele's and maybe some more stories. I'm just into it. And Tamar and Johnny, the whole thing, I'm excited for just to see what's to come. And so any final thoughts on the show?
No, same. I'm just excited to see the next beauticians that's going to come in because I feel like they're warming up. I feel like it's going to be more mess as the show progresses. And I can't wait to see it. I'm here for I can't wait to see the confrontations brew up because I feel like it's going to get more and more intense. Hopefully somebody walk out.
I want to see a little fight, like a little hair pull or something. I need to see some. I got to see one. I need one to be on the shade room. Some people be on the shade room. So we need something to go pop out. So
maybe Nene and Kim will come and Nene can shift her wig.
Oh,
yeah, little wig action.
Oh, maybe they will have like a celebrity guest come in. That would be cute. Like somebody come on the show.
Yeah, it could be. Could be. I mean, Cherie is celebrity kind of. A little bit. No. Okay. Okay. Well, if nothing else, before we head out, I guess let us know where we can find you on social media, Eric.
You can catch me at The World According to Instagram, on IG, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at Eric Devante.
The World According to Eric, not Instagram.
Yeah. I had to flip the order.
You gotta get it right so they can follow you right.
You said The World According to Instagram. And I said, wait a minute. What?
Did I?
Yes, you said The World According to Instagram.
I hate to see the brand get tarnished. You can catch me on Instagram at The World According to Eric.
The World According to Eric.
You can catch me on Twitter where I go viral constantly. It is Bombshell, B0MBCHELL. And also you can find me on Instagram at Bombshell with a 0 and not an S, but with a C if you're looking for more viral takes.
Right. I know that's right.
And you can find me on Instagram at Stupid Wild Tez. That easy, that simple. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to this after show for To Catch a Beautician, and we will see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.